So let's, without any further ado, Randy Mack.
All right. Thank you so much. Good afternoon, everyone. All right. So I need to get the click and get used to this. All right. So show me how to do this, Mikhail. All right. Cool. So I don't normally use presentations. All right. No, man. No, you can't tell much about this. Suppose I hear someone want to stand up first. Yeah. Suppose. All right. Thank you, though. Oh, I'm blocking the camera on the screen. Thank you. So one of our core values at Bresheh is collaborate to be great. So you have to learn to listen to others. All right? But why I was over there, though? So I can't come over here saying at all? Okay. Because before I go into the presentation, I want to drop some lines. Am I allowed to do that? All right, cool. So people know Bresheh. I'm assuming people know what Bresheh is, what it stands for. Breadfruit. Okay. So there's a poem, actually, in terms of where it's coming from. It's from an idea into a business, all right? So long before Bresheh started, the idea and the seed was planted way before. So there's this poem called Me Love My Breadfruit that I did the first time around 2003, and Bresheh started in 2015. I'm going to give you a taste of the poem. That's okay? What? Roast or fry? Both of them. Want to eat breadfruit with? Ackee and saltfish, chicken back, curry chicken, corn, pork, tin mackerel. Now when I grew up a country, ackee and saltfish. When I grew up a country, I have some nice hot roast breadfruit. Salt will do. No about that. And if you don't have no salt, sometime at the butter. Oh Lord, man, when the butter touch the hot roast breadfruit and it just melt. Not nice like that. Nothing else. As a youth, sometimes some cooking I'll usually leave at the pot. You just go and moisten the breadfruit and wipe it out. Next thing you have to make sure so you have some water or some crystal punch or some Kool-Aid or something close by, because breadfruit is a thing where we choke you. What me say it will do? All right. So this one named Breadfruit. Me love me breadfruit. Breadfruit, me say me love me breadfruit. Hey, breadfruit, you love your breadfruit? From the tree to the root again, breadfruit, me love the breadfruit. Breadfruit, me say me love me breadfruit. Oh, yeah, breadfruit, you love your breadfruit? From the tree top to the root. Breadfruit, come here, true Captain Bly. Go check your history book if you think I lie. Breadfruit, green, sticky and round and nice. Just like jam down. My breadfruit is versatile. You roast it, you fry it, you bake it, you boil. And sometime when it overripe, me just crush it up. And at the same time, cause breadfruit, me love me breadfruit. Breadfruit, me say me love me breadfruit. Hey, breadfruit, me love me breadfruit. From the tree top to the, all right, pull up. Me not going anymore. Thank you. Now I'm starting there deliberately this afternoon. So before there was Bresheh, this is what Randy did. This is what I did, right? I started in high school because I had an idea that your talent, your gifts, your creativity can actually be used as a tool to impact, to make a change, to make a difference. But not only that, as I've come to realize, your talent, your gift, your creativity can also be a source of earning. It's an income stream. It's an opportunity to earn. And so I've been able to travel to over 15 countries on the back of being a dub poet before I even became an entrepreneur officially, right? Using dub poetry, corporate events locally, workshops overseas, festivals overseas, doing dub poem or spoken word poetry. That's how I earned. That's how I survived through high school. That's how I survived university. So every pan and knock a university at UWI, I was there performing. For 20 grand, $25,000, $50,000, I would be commissioned to write poems for companies, 100,000, etc. So it started there as an idea that God has blessed us in particular ways. Each of us get different talents. And I love the scriptures that Casey included, right? Because they are true. Some of us get one, some of us get many. It doesn't matter. It's about the impact that you use yours for, right? And that's what we want to focus on. So be it one idea, be it ideas, the important thing that you actually start and you actually do something with it. So because of this dub poetry, I've been given a lot of opportunities as a young person to go into some spaces, perform in front of prime ministers and dignitaries and schools and corporate companies as a result of this gift. Now, if I didn't have an idea to begin with that this can be something, then I wouldn't start. And it wouldn't have become a business. Because before I knew it and before I said I wanted to become an entrepreneur, when I was performing and going across companies, and this was actually me being an entrepreneur, and it was a business that I started. Right? So I wanted to start there, to show you that though you may be in a firm now, being the accountant, it doesn't stop you from starting your own thing. Though you're in a firm now doing marketing, it doesn't stop you from branching out and doing your own thing. And you don't have to stop to become an entrepreneur. You can do it in your extra hours outside of your 9-to-5 hours. Why not? There are people across the world who are running successful businesses even though they also have a 9-to-5. My sister spoke a while ago about the importance of having income streams. Oh my gosh, very important, right? So I want to start there. You have an idea, do not rest on it. The important thing is that you get started. Now, as a performer, I coined myself the creative activist when I was just doing poetry. Creative activism, a term that I developed. I wanted to use my talent and my creative skill to impact and to make a difference. I'm not going to play the video again, but there is a poem that I would have done called Armadale, Children on Fire. You can check it out on YouTube. Just look for Armadale. Now, if anybody remember the incident at a juvenile facility where the girls had died in that facility. Yeah. So I was at the forefront of championing the cause of the girls and their families. I did a poem that documented the story. It was aired on Beyond the Headlines. The video that you'll see on YouTube was actually funded by UNICEF. So that was my proof of concept. I wasn't doing things for the money. I am always somebody who is moving from a sense of purpose, passion, and really at the core of it, want to make a difference. And I'm sure you'll agree with me, my brother, that a business should be adding value. A business is supposed to be making a difference. A business is supposed to be about improving lives. For me, that's what business is, a source and a force for good. I learned about the triple bottom line, people, profit, planet. The people we work with, how we take care of our people, and the people we serve. Yes, the profit is important, and there's no shame in wanting to become rich and wealth. Nothing is wrong with that. Because before I go over to Bresheh, I want you to know that I learned very strongly before starting Bresheh that it costs to care. It costs to care. You could have wanted to do world of good. It's going to take your money. So we have to stop trick ourselves as Christians. Like some money not needed to survive in this world. I worry no more, and I'm not shy about wanting to acquire wealth and riches. You know why? Because I know that I'll be using it as a channel to do good. And I'll be making an impact. I'll be working with the families of the survivors of Armadale. Myself, Veronique, and our team then, before we started Bresheh, you know much things we try and it never work. We started around 3 or 4 performing arts group, and boy, it never worked. Because we were just doing things from the bottom of our hearts, and we wanted to do good. Oh, Lord of mercy. And so we do good, and so we go down in a debt. And I saw the people them want things. We go buy food for them school fee to pay for them children. I'm talking to survivors of the fire and others as well. Oh, every little gig me get, $5,000, go and help with school fee and food and transportation and everything else. What we realized, guys, is that it was not sustainable. And so let's use the church. Church always want to do good and to do outreach and to make an impact. If the offering not true, oh, we talk go. The money have to come from somewhere. The media team want to grow and improve. They need money. It costs to care fundamentally. And I'm really an impact person, guys. If the money never needed, would allow the party alone. But the triple bottom line said people, profit, and planet. The planet is how we take care of the environment. That's critical. Because if we don't take care of the environment, then we'll cease to exist and none of us will have any space to exist in. We see the existential threats with climate change and all these crazy things that are happening. Why I took it on seriously to become more knowledgeable of business and understand entrepreneurship. When I worked with the survivors of Armadale, put on a big event up at Boonall Oasis for the survivors. This was years after, and they were seeing each other for years. They hadn't seen each other for years. Brought in psychologists and counselors, contracted a caterer to do nice food for them. I hired a coaster bus to take them from downtown and Half a Tree and brought them up to Stony Hill at Boonall Oasis. We trust the people them space at Boonall Oasis. We never pay for the bus yet. We never pay for nothing. We did a workshop at Philip Sherlock Center across here at UWI. We never pay for that yet either. Now, after we do the good and we feel good and we feel high and cloud nine say, yes man, oh Lord, I feel so fulfilled. My pocket never filled with money. And when the people, Bernie can tell you, when the people started calling for their money, we had to find some way. We have to go run to mother, somebody to beg and borrow the money from. And then it dawned on me in those moments that it doesn't matter the good that you want to do in this world. It costs to care. There's a price attached. And so when we learned about triple bottom line, I joined the Bresheh Center immediately after, Greg. And every Tuesday morning for about 6 months, we had to travel from Kingston to Montego Bay to learn about entrepreneurship. The Bresheh Center is an organization that was started by Sir Richard Branson, who founded Virgin Group with over 400 companies, right? And every Tuesday morning, me and my friends were going down to Montego Bay because we wanted the knowledge. We wanted the information. We wanted to improve. We wanted to operate a sustainable business. Because we never grew up in a family where explain these things and let us understand financial literacy and how to run a sustainable business. We never had nobody to go to. So we had to find ways to go out and get that information. And so that's the genesis for me. There's a scripture that says, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. Boy, them time they want to owe the people, them may feel a little hopeless. I never know how we're going to do it. But give thanks and know these things now. And what we did after that was to go and seek out the knowledge. So if we did get up late, somehow we have to learn to start get up early. We have to work on with discipline. How much and how badly do you need this? This extra money, this income stream? Are you willing to start reading if you never used to read? Be it newspaper, be it books, because I never too love a reading thing. I never read, just take up book and read, so. No, sir. You understand? But now I have to read. People who've done it and have gone ahead, Rich Dad Poor Dad, I've read it. Richard Branson autobiographies, I've read them. They've done it. They've gone on the journey before. They're giving us free information. Well, you have to pay $20 or so for the books. But that's nominal for the knowledge, the wealth of knowledge you're going to get. Don't make no excuses, man. Yes. For those of us who don't like to read, sure, man. So now we have audiobooks. When you're driving, you can tune into podcasts as well, and you can download everything. If you don't like to read again, and I love to use YouTube, people have some wonderful presentations on YouTube. Simon Sinek, Miles Monroe, whatever it is, you can find it on YouTube. The question is, do you want it badly enough? Are we comfortable where we are at our station in life? I grew up at St. Thomas, and I grew up seeing my family struggle. I had to walk miles to get to school in St. Thomas. So I know the situation that I want to take my family out of. Me know pit toilet. And me know barefoot to school. And so, as a person, and as a company, Bresheh, we could not be any other way than being an impact-driven company. That's at the core of who I am and core of who we are. And for me, that's critical. So these are some of my experiences because I went out there to get the knowledge, to network, know people. Because I couldn't stay upon the one district in St. Thomas there. I pay farmers, crop farmers and goat farmers, and I'm never too good on the farming part of things. So I have to make a move and try something different. You understand? I say, boy, I not see how the farming thing move the family forward. So so let's try something different, Randy. You understand? So I went out there, man. This is not to brag or boast, but I'm just using this to tell you that no matter where you come from, it's about where you're going. These are just some of the accomplishments, and I went out deliberately to network, to gain new experiences, to get fellowship, to go to US, to learn, because I never know business before. I am a creative. I'm an impact-driven person. I'm a dub poet. If you ask me, I will chat. Right? If you ask about gift, God has blessed me with the gift of connecting, especially with young people. That's what I'm passionate about, helping to improve. Right? So let's get into it some more. What is a business? Now, Brad Sugar says his definition of a business is a commercial, profitable enterprise. That do what? All right. That is the big thing. Now, if you have a business and it cannot work without you, you know one business. Not yet. It's a job. You might quit your job and create another job for yourself. That is self-employment. It is not yet at the stage where it's a properly well-oiled machine. If it cannot run without you, and I believe it wholeheartedly, that's why you need systems in place so that it can run without you. And that's why we go back to the triple bottom line people. That's why you need what? Good people. All of them hard to find too. You need the right people in the right seats doing the right things. If you take on this journey as an entrepreneur, I tell you, one of the biggest challenges and headache you'll have is people. Because people are hard. People are difficult, and people will let you down. We have expectations, and people will disappoint us. We disappoint each other every day as well, and we disappoint even ourselves. But I'm telling you, from my experience, I'm not so old yet, but that's the reality. Now, let's jump to Bresheh a little. Myself and my brother, we left St. Thomas, and we migrated. Migrated to Kingston. Yeah, man. Migrated to Kingston. We're living in Rockfort. I spent the majority of my teenage years, all my high school, sixth form, university years, living in Rockfort. At the time, I was doing workshops, traveling, performing. My brother was working at Amar's in downtown Kingston. We wanted something. We wanted to do something together. We wanted to move the family forward, and what we were doing wasn't having the intended impact. Family not rich. We're not born with gold spoon. My brother, what can we do to move things forward? We thought about it long and hard. After doing some research, I realized that all the bags that we were wearing in Jamaica, they were coming in from overseas. All right, one, an opportunity for import substitution. You want to know the size of the school market? I said to myself, all right, we have thousands, maybe even, thousands of students going to school every September morning. If we could just get 10% of the market, then we could. And we said to ourselves that Jamaica is such a powerful brand internationally. People know it with sports, with athletes, with culture. Why don't we have our own big brand? We are mash up a place globally. You understand? Where is it? Where is our Louis V? Our Gucci? Our Armani? We never had it. So I said to myself, having had some experiences traveling as well, and see how people gravitate to Jamaica, them Jamaicans, they wanted to talk, them fascinated by it, them love the culture. We don't know what we have as Jamaicans. And we are not monetizing that either because we don't know. And others overseas are taking the things that people love about us and they are monetizing it and becoming rich off of it. Ask the Japanese. Ask the Russians. Ask the Chinese, you see them here all the time learning our dance moves and thing and taking, and them a get rich off it. You think, say, I just fund them off and they are being paid. You have choreographers who are going overseas and are being paid good money, USD, euros and pound sterling. Hello? When I travel, go to London or Toronto, they pay well. And I burn my CDs them and I carry my 50 as a little youth, you know. This is how I did university, because we never have it. But when I got these opportunities to travel with you society, or I got a little booking through the embassy or the high commissioner's office, I walk with all my CD them and they say by the time I done perform, if me carry 50, them done. And on a JMD, me have charge, you know. Hello? No, you're there foreign, you charge foreign money. When they're foreign, the money different. Again, I'm sure this topic would have been touched earlier. Pricing is so important. You have to know your audience and your customer. All right? And you can charge differently. Know your market segment and approach them accordingly. You understand? Yeah. So Bresheh was born in 2015. This is my brother, the Bresheh brothers. This is my brother Davian. He spent months pulling down old bags on the veranda, teaching himself how to make a bag. He did not go to school to study bag making. What I'm saying is that you can have an idea. You know what I mean? So you have to be the one to execute it. You can partner up with somebody else to get that done. You'll see when you go further down that we have a core value that says collaborate to be great. It's so critical. If I did me alone, guys, Bresheh wouldn't exist. Because I'm in a sewing thing. It's not my passion. So I said, my brother, let's do this. When he had something that looked decent enough, me itch it up on the wall, round one steel, a Lucas Road, on a Rockford, take some photos, posted them to Instagram and Facebook. That day we got our first 3 customers, first 3 orders. What we did? We took a 50% deposit on each of those orders, my friends. And that's how Bresheh started. $3,000 from each of those customers. And my now wife, who back then was just my friend, my good friend, Veronique, is the one who went with me and us downtown to pick out the good things, them, good fabric. Because poor me them time, I don't know good fabric and good textile and good thread and needle. I don't know about them something. She went with us to get the material, get the needle, everything that we needed to start the company. And my friends, that's how Bresheh started. That's literally how we started. So if you're listening to me this afternoon and think say you need thousands of dollars and millions of dollars, you're fooling yourself. That's just a mental block. That's not the growth mindset that Kezia spoke about. You have to be willing to take the risk. Start where you are. It's so important because now Bresheh is celebrating 9 years this year. And if we didn't start then we wouldn't be where we are today. Now, it's not just a team of me and my brother. You have close to 50 of us that make up this team called Bresheh. And though that's a good thing, it's also stress. My gray hair, them not multiply. You know, this is a shot of the veranda. This is actually not the first old machine that we started with. This is the first semi-industrial that we bought for $30,000, right? To get the company up and running. This is a shot of the actual veranda on Lucas Road in Rockford of where we started. Now, if you're going to take your idea and turn it into a business, first of all, you have to start. But I want to suggest to us this afternoon that we don't just do it for the money. I said to you earlier that I'm a passion person. I'm a purpose person. I am, at core, it's harder for me to start a business that doesn't have a purpose thing at the heart of it, right? Because I want to make a difference. I want to make an impact. Built into this, my family is dysfunctional. Like some of our families, and like most families in Jamaica. Is it truth? It is the truth. I'm not asking. I've lived it. I've seen it. My sociology studies at university, I know it. Our families are dysfunctional and there's history attached to it, right? The history of enslavement, etc. We're not going into that today. But fundamentally, I want to suggest that you have a strong why for what you want to undertake. Ensure that there's a strong why attached to the idea that you want to turn into a business. That will connect with your purpose. So for us, it's not so much the what, the nice bags. Yeah, I want to say the nice bags and I want to say nice things, but it's way deeper than that for me and for us. For us, it's about making families purposeful and prepared. So Greg, when I see them on the airplane, them well purposeful for them trip. Them organized, well put together, know where to find them laptop, all their devices, all their important things, their passport have a section, there's a section for your keys, everything. So you'll find that this why, what drives the company, is distilled into the product that we sell. Is distilled into the what that we provide, be it the product or service. And so your company needs to have a core purpose, and you always need to start with the why. Because the day will come when one client not pay you upon time. The day will come when you'll be in that valley of the shadow of death and no money now run. Choo something. And what will happen if you don't have a strong why? It day you buck your toe and things now look like it a go right. At the day you're going to throw in the towel and give up. Because there's not a strong enough why that is bigger than the potential financial gain. And so my friends, brothers and sisters, if the why not strong enough, if you have no why, chances are it a go die. You understand what I'm saying? Yes. I can't help it. So, if you ask me what the purpose or why Bresheh exists, it's for no other reason than to make families purposeful and prepared for life. Starting with my own family. I want to see my grandmother live some good life. Oh yes, and she pray enough. And she pray me through primary school, through high school, through university. It's on the back of her prayer that I'm here today. But it not stop the hard life and the things them are wrong. And them not being able to afford things, basic needs, hospital bill, tablets. The decent house that my mother wants to live in. My family, and I've seen it across families, and we want to change that. And that's why as brothers we set out from early to do something together. You know why? To make the families purposeful and prepared. I want my family to be purposeful and prepared to live good, to live prosperous, to flourish without feeling any sense of guilt. We can have it. Why not? And so when we take on somebody to the Bresheh team, we don't just want to hear about that person. We want to know about your family as well. What about the children? What school are they going? How well are they doing? How can we assist with homework? What can we help with? All right, cool. You know, if we worry about bag at September morning, Bresheh will give a bag for any amount of children you have. We do these things because we know the purpose. If you don't have a why and a strong why, then it not going to connect and it not going to make sense. And there's a scripture that my brethren shared with me. Put your outdoor work in order and get your fields ready. After that, build your house. To me, that speaks purpose. That speaks preparation. About being organized, how you lay the foundation. Because if the foundation not firm and strong, it's shaky. And there'll be no family foundation for us to build on. There'll be no legacy to pass on. No, I'm not just thinking about grandma and mother and etc. else. I now have a son. Me's a father. And where I'm coming from, I would like for him to have a better start in life. Why not? But we have to be purposeful about it. And so that's our mission. That's what we're about. That's what we want to get done. And so this is a copy of our core values as a company. You need them. The guiding lights, the things that help you to make those decisions. Is it wrong? Is it right? Collaborate to be great. I can't do this alone. I'm not a loner. I am not going to stress out myself and try to understand the numbers like Casey when Casey is brilliant at the numbers and the finance and the investment and all those things. Me, if me never have to understand it, would I leave it totally alone? When I can collaborate to be great? So, Kezia, if finance is your thing and you're not good on the strategies, for instance, link up Sandro. Somebody who is good at something else that you're not good at. If you're not the people person and out there doing the communications, collaborate with somebody who is great at it, who shares, who can buy into your vision. Because as a leader, as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, you'll have to get people to buy into your vision, your purpose. Right? That's why the Bible says, well, write your vision and make it plain and clear. You have to document these things so that when times get hard, you too can go back to them. When we start this far again, when they stress you and the bills them mount up on you, you have to go back to some of these things and say, okay, at this, all right, me not give up. Me push on. It's critical. So relationships are important to collaboration, meaningful relationships. You have to build them, you have to nurture them in the company, outside of the company. You'll need support system, so when things get hard, times get hard, you have people to rally on because it will get hard at times. I'm not asking you. Why we say one love to the world is because we believe in creativity. And we believe that Jamaica has the creative talents, ideas that can really make an impact. I believe to reach young people, for instance, if we're not creative with our approach and we are wasting time. That's why I did my spoken word and dub poetry and theater and performing arts, because I believe in the impact and the way to connect with young people. You have to be creative. Right is right, and this is speaking about character. With integrity. Right is right and right cannot be wrong. So we challenge ourselves daily, Randy, is this right? Is this the right thing to do? It cannot just be random. I love some of the scriptures that you use and I take photo all your slides obey. So even if you not send me, I have it every day. One of the scriptures spoke about trustworthiness. Too much is given, much is expected, you know. And as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, you have a tremendous opportunity to make a positive impact or a bad impact. You can impact people's lives, communities, schools. And that's exactly what to be a dream maker means for us. How do we turn dreams into reality? That's why in COVID, we gave away tablets to children who need it in St. Thomas. That's why in COVID, we gave away thousands of masks to young people in the state care and other sectors. Masks to St. Vincent when they had the volcano and pouches and things that they needed. That's why we did the Pink campaign, Purposeful in Pink campaign last year, where we're funding 100 people to get mammograms done in St. Thomas again when we launched our pink bags. It not just happen random. It is intentional. And your business that you have to start, I'm suggesting that you are intentional in the very same way. Find a way to make a solid impact. You'll get more value when you're doing it, not just for the money, but for the impact. How you're impacting people, how you're impacting the environment. We have offcuts that we've stored up for years that we're going to turn into bags because we believe in being a sustainable company. Partner with JPS. Get back the banners that them using them advertising. So if any of you in corporate or government agencies are on the show with the banners and done with them, Bresheh will take them from you. We have not made a lot of noise about a lot of good things that we're doing. We collect your used jeans as well, and we can turn them into bags and different creative things. It's a lot. And I'm just mentioning these because you have so many things that you can actually do regardless of the talent or the skill that you have. Oops. So yeah, just in case you never believe me, it's not just me and my brother anymore. Enough we know, right? And the team has grown. The team has grown tremendously. We started supplying the school market initially, right? But then that was Bresheh. But we want to say to you, in business, try not to be a me too. You have to find ways to distinguish yourself. Yeah. Think about how you're going to come to the market differently. We have a tendency in Jamaica where if we are going to set up a stall, we see with somebody that sell one bag juice on the same road, and we're going to sell bag juice right beside the man. Yeah. When I say, I could go with Bulla. You understand? Because set up your stall and you sell the same thing like the next person. Me too will die very soon. It won't survive. There will be more supply than the demand, and that won't work. All of you are tussle and a fight and try to sell the same things. No. Add value. Do something different. When you're starting a business, don't just do it because you see somebody else that do it. Is this really needed? For me, as I said, we had no brand that we could be proud of on the international scale. And we want to be that brand, and we're working towards it. And we were importing in all our bags for work, for school, for travel. We wanted to change that because there was an import substitution opportunity. People wanted to go back to work in Jamaica in a proudly Jamaican-made product. Not just in Jamaica, but in the diaspora and overseas. Right? We sell 20% of our products from our website monthly, sending them overseas. So what are your competitive advantages? How much time I have, sir? About 5 minutes? All right. Thank you. Thank you, sir. So you want to have your competitive advantages. As I said, you don't want to be a me too. For us, we're designed and made, either made in Jamaica or designed in Jamaica. At least the creative talents and their, people are being employed, and that's important for us. That people get training and people get employment is very important to us because we see ourselves as a social impact driven company. When we started, you could customize them. You still can personalize it with your name, your initials, your logo. You have sustainability attached to it. We want to launch a trading program, but that will be done in the future. But I mentioned the upcycling, and we do intend to eventually start a foundation to organize and formalize all the impact work that we do. This was also mentioned. Invest in 7 ventures, yes, in 8. You do not know what disaster may come up on the land. It was interesting, because the same time when you found that, this is the same time, around about the same time we found it in COVID as well. Now when COVID hit, we closed for a month. Nobody didn't buy nothing. But when we closed, we just got married, because the big splash of doses wedding that we were planning was affected by COVID. And we got married at the community center in Cumberland instead. In our slippers, we look like so. Anyway, that's a different story. That was the vision that we had, but we just adjusted, and I didn't want to go into lockdown without marrying the people, them daughter. So we just brought forward the wedding date, and we got that done. All right, that's a different story. But COVID happened, and we went on lockdown for a solid month. But I said to myself, but Randy, you have staff. How them are going to eat? I wonder how them bills are going to pay. I wonder if JPS give what they call it, moratorium. I wonder if JPS and the end of the day and everybody is going to send no bill because COVID time reach. And I say, shucks, but I say my bill come, then that means everybody else's bill come. I drew back on my performing arts background. But no matter what happened, there's a tagline that we always use, the show must go on. And then I rallied the team, it was online. And I said, guys, I think I still have that presentation, but the title was The Show Must Go On. And I challenged them to come up with something that we can do in COVID because the show must go on. And Jamaicans, creativity in our blood. And Granny said, turn your hand, make fashion. And guys, Roast by Bresheh was born. And guys, in COVID, Bresheh mask, Roast by Bresheh mask was born. You see, when we found this mask, oh, Papa Jesus, we never have a hand to sell mask. I said, when we drop it on the market, man, government agencies are called for masks, Ministry of Tourism, Jamaica Broilers, all the big companies they're calling, oh, we want masks. What you say, mask? Say no more. You understand? And that's how we sustain throughout COVID. Again, if you're running a business, you have to be nimble, you have to be agile, you have to be quick on your feet, strategic. Don't give up. The show must go on. If I never feel mask, I don't know how would I survive through COVID. And guys, we did not let go a single person throughout COVID because the mask saved us. And it mattered to us that we could keep everybody on because we care about the people and we care about them family. Understand? Again, this is coming from the purpose of the company. It's not just random. It has to be intentional. Understand? So you have to take time, understand why you're going into business, understand your core purpose and your core values, because that will affect everything you do as a business person, as an entrepreneur, how you add value or how you don't add value. So this is just an idea of some of this is roast by Bresheh bag. I figure it's one of these Greg would have seen on the airplane. And yes, boy, I feel so proud when I see the bags and I'm walk around the place and I say, oh my gosh, thank you, Jesus. I really will build that. And people are, it feels so real. You know, and people are buy it. People are spending $25,000 on a bag, plus tax on a bag. We don't take that lightly because between me and you, no, but that's spending 20. I am talking the truth. I am working to be wealthy, people. I'm not there yet. I am working to be rich. I cannot afford it. You understand? I would have to chomp up piece every month and put on for reach there. You get what I'm saying? I'm being real. And people buy Dior. So you know why I have the confidence is what you're saying. People are buying Dior and then go Dubai, go buy enough things. And it's more expensive. We are underpricing our product. When you look at our competitors internationally, which is how we look at ourselves, they're pricing way higher than what we are. But we are pricing for the Jamaican space for the time being. So in other words, if you're not get your Bresheh baguette, hurry up. Because who knows, the price increase might be around the corner. So get the price. So they say, today's price is not, yesterday's price is not today's price. Can't say me never won. No. Understand? But yeah, I mean, I'm going to rush through. I know these things would have been covered earlier. But so what I'm wanting to do now is just to wrap up to say, guys, you can do it. You can use me. You can use us as an example. It can be a husband and wife thing. It can be you and your children. Veronique is in the business with me. I don't know how I would survive and be here in the business if it wasn't for her help. This is before we got married. You understand? She's been with us through thick and thin. She left her other job to come join us in Bresheh. I mean, no, when she go tell Auntie Yvonne, she say, yeah, lick your head. This man not married and them something yet. What? You sure, Susie? You understand? But now she's reaping the rewards. Oh, thank you, Jesus. You have to have faith. And you have to believe. No, as men, we need that belief and we need the support because we can't do it alone. Because sometimes I don't want to give up, man. I sheen on my ears. I tell me good things. Come on, Randy, you can do it. You have this, you have this. You're my husband. Come on. Yeah, man, you're the man. Yeah. So, yeah, I have a strong e-commerce platform, guys. Website opens you up to the world. Samantha and Darren, they mentioned it earlier. They were touching on some of these points. We are selling to people in Japan, China, UK, Brazil, and we now have the Portuguese on the website. You understand? Germany, it's very strange. We have not targeted those countries, but people from these countries are buying from us every month. So do not limit yourself. The internet has given us a platform to level the playing field. So take advantage of it. Right? You want to have good partners. For us, we utilize brand ambassadors as well. People call them influencers, but for us, these people are real collaborators. Yeah, critical. Find people who match the customer that you want to target, who match your business and values, and partner with them to get things done. You're going to need a strong corporate governance. We have a board in place, right? And you need to watch how you communicate with your team as well. And the money, financial management piece has been covered. So I'm not going to go too much into that. Than to say, if you decide to start your business, one of the first things that you should do is create a separate business account. And every dollar that you spend, right, and everything that comes in, make sure they're going through the bank account. The banks will not give you any loans. You will not be properly funded if you need it. If you don't, make sure that your money is going through a separate bank account than your personal account. It is critical. They're going to turn you down at the bank when you need the money. I'm telling you. Because it happened to us as well. So we had to learn. Keep great records. You would have learned about some of the tools, QuickBooks, Waves. Find them. Cheap or free ways to do your accounting. They're out there. Keep good records. Create a separate bank account as soon as you start. All right? Are you prepared to risk it all? I'm winding down. Are you prepared to risk it all? Can you manage the stress of having debt? Do you see the value of debt or just the negative of it? This was covered earlier. Can you deal with lawsuits if they come? Sometimes that's a part of it. Yeah, man, because it's hard. Too often, you only see the good things from entrepreneurs and from business owners. It's not real what you're seeing on Facebook and Instagram. I'm telling you. All of that is just for the public because we think that we need to look happy and big, bad, and bold and flourishing and prosperity and all of that. Poopa Jesus, another real story. A lot of us are stressed. You have enough on your brain, you try to sleep and where the payroll are going to meet from? These things start roll over in your head and it know what no one I do. It is good to want a side hustle, but it's deeper than that. Make sure that there's a strong why attached to why you're doing it. Because if there isn't a strong why, you're going to waste your time. When trouble come, and it will come. It's going to come. No successful entrepreneur has had a smooth journey. Without valley of shadow of death, and without bucking them too. And so if you know you're not up for it and you don't have a growth mindset for manage a risk, then leave it. See people business alone. Leave it alone. I am telling you. Otherwise, find good people to collaborate with and to collaborate to be great. So I'm going to rest there. Check out the website. I wouldn't be a good entrepreneur if I don't send you to it. roastbybresheh.com. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, everywhere else. That's where we are. We are there. So guys, in wrapping up, use business as a force for good. Business is indeed a great way to wealth and to riches or to stability in your family. And I know wholeheartedly that we'll be okay. We are facing a rough patch now as a company. But guess what? The demand for our product has never been higher. It's so interesting. We're in this deep valley, but I'm seeing the bright light at the end of the tunnel. I am so hopeful. And if you're not optimistic as an entrepreneur, as a business person, not do it. Because you're going to need that optimism, that spirit of hope and faith to push through. You can do it, but make sure your why is strong. Make sure your values remain intact. Not sell out your morals for anything or to make it or to make an additional money. Don't do it. So important, guys. Stick to your values, stick to your purpose, and you'll get it. Thank you so much.